Hi guys, welcome back to our channel The Phoenix Bros. So in this video what we're gonna see is how to create a multiplayer FPS game in Unity. So I'm using the Unity 2020.3.3 which is long-term support, and we'll be creating our project in C# language. So in today's video we'll be creating the player and its movements. And before we get started, if you have any doubts, please ask it in Discord. I will give the link in the description down below. So you can go here and there will be doubts in Unity. You can ask, hey, I have a doubt. And our Mi6 bot will reply to you, or I will reply to you. Okay? So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. First, we are going to open Unity Hub. We are going to click New. And in the New, I'm going to name my project as MultiPlayer FPS. Okay? Multiplayer FPS. And our Unity will open. So it just takes some time. Okay, I'm going to skip my new version. And then assets. So I don't have the prototyping package, so we need to click kind of like a plane here. One, we can right click 3D object plane, but I would not prefer this plane because I pretty much don't use this. So we can go to Windows, Package Manager, and I've already downloaded it, so I'll go to my assets and prototyping, import all. And suppose if you don't have that right, I'll just show you how to download it. Okay, so you have to go to asset.unity. There you go and search prototyping, and you'll get it here, prototyping pack free. This is the pack. So you have to click it here, download, and then yeah, we've imported it, console clear. Then go to digital contract, prototyping. Resources, prefabs, cuboids, and I'm gonna use this one. And I'm gonna right click reset this, and I'm gonna come back to prefabs, cubes, and PTK cube. Okay, now I'm gonna make this a little big, and yeah, that's good. I'm gonna move this front a little bit, and Control D, and move one back there, move one here. Okay. Okay, so yeah, first we'll create an empty object, create empty, and and drag this to the top, select all of these except the environment. Okay, and drag it top of the environment, and we'll just delete our main camera, delete, and then we'll save our scene, Control S. Okay, save, save as mm, multiplayer FPS. And yeah, we have saved that, and it will come back to our assets, multiplayer FPS. First, let's create our player, 3D object, sphere, and let's right click reset, and then click E and bring it a little top, and remove the mesh filter, mesh renderer, and top of that let's create, okay, under that we're gonna create an empty object, create empty, and call this graphics. Under graphics we're gonna create another sphere, right click reset, and in that you're going to remove the sphere collider. Okay, so we're gonna call the sphere our player, and we call another sphere as player model. Okay, yeah. Delete under graphics 3D object sphere. Yeah, now in this we remove the sphere collider, and we'll name this let's say player model. Player model. Okay, and let's go to our player, click add component, rigid body, and uncheck gravity because we want our player to be floating. You see what I'm saying? Floating. Yeah, you get it? Floating. Like that. A little. Yeah, that's better. So, yeah, our player looks kind of weird, I know. Let's adjust with that. And then another thing is under our player, right? Let's create a camera and drag it top of our player, and it's inside of the player, you see. So we are going to start creating our gun. First click 3D object, and let's create a color for our 3D object. So create material, I'm going to call this gun, and change our albedo to a little bit of darker color, and then let's keep the smoothness around 240. Yeah, this will be correct. So I'm gonna drag this inside of cube, and let's start modeling it. Guys, I forgot, before we do right click, I'm gonna create an empty and call this gun, okay? So we are finally finished modeling our gun. So it's really nice. So we're going to start coding right now. Let's go under player, add component, motor, another add component, player controller, and our scripts are made. So let's double click and open it. So first we are going to take off these things, and okay, we didn't open our player motor script. Okay, motor and controllers opened. So in motor also we are going to take these two, and I'm going to take off the start and void update, delete, and delete. Okay, now we are going to require a component, so we are going to give some space here, require component, and type of rigid body. Okay, I think this sentence, okay, yeah, and correct. Oh, this is not supposed to go here, it's supposed to go in the player motor. So here rigid body, and here inside of rigid body we're going to need player motor. So we are going to create a serialized field, private float, speed equals pi f. Okay, so those who don't know what is serialized field, it's nothing but it'll just make it show inside this inspector right here. You can see inside our player, it will just show speed equals 5f, and you can change it, lower it like that. Okay, so first, another time I'm going to create a private player motor. So I'm creating this to make like a short form, I guess so. Okay, and we use require component because we don't have to do any checking or error handling. We know there's gonna be a player object on the player motor on this game object inside our void update. Okay, so first let's finish this with a semicolon and give a void start. You don't need private, I don't know why does it come. Private motor equals get component player motor, and finish it with this brackets, and yeah, then let's create void update. Void update, get out of here. Float x move equals input dot get access raw. And the reason why we use get access raw is because Unity is going to perform some processing on it, and we want it to be in full control. So the access we want to get here is horizontal access that we want, and then we want another float, and we're going to call that as a z move and set that as input.get access raw and vertical. So here input.get access raw, and inside of brackets colons horizontal. Same for the second one. Float z move equals input dot get access raw, and I'm gonna give that vertical. Okay, and yeah, so we are gonna create a vector 3 here. So whenever you use keyboard horizontal, it's going to go between -1 and 1, and vertical is going to go between -1, or vertical is also the same. So we can use those to perform movement on the two axes. So we're going to create a vector 3, and I'm going to call that move horizontal equals transform dot right multiplied by x movement. Okay, so transform dot right multiplied by x movement. So I'm gonna call another vector 3 move vertical, and I'm gonna call this transform dot forward multiplied by z movement. So, and I don't know why this transform complex transform. So transform dot right is going to move a player to the right multiplied by the x moment, and same for vertical. This is going to go forward to transform dot forward to move forward multiplied by z moment. So the transform dot right is with the vector 1 0 0, and the transform dot forward is the vector 0 0 1. So if you don't move at all, this is going to be 0 0 0, and if you're moving forward, this is going to be 1 0 0, and if you're moving backward, it's going to be -0 0 1. Okay, so we can use this effectively to get our local position and direction. So to get that, we are going to compile vector 3 velocity equals brackets move horizontal plus move vertical dot normalized into speed. So what we did here is combining the two. When normalizing, well, the length shouldn't matter. So when we won't get a speed when multiplying these, we will always get a vector with a length 1, and that means we are only using a direction. That we then multiply with the speed and apply a moment. So motor dot move is equal brackets velocity. So yeah, and here top I'm gonna give. So yeah, that's the end of this video. If you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And before we end this video, I'll just explain you why did we use this. So we applied this motor calling a function. Well, this is just a function to move and will pass a velocity vector. So now we'll go on to the player motor and make this happen in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace out.